Hello and welcome to the Kent School District's Advanced Java course. My name is Al Waltner and I teach computer science at Kent Ridge High School. Along with my colleague Scott Huck from Kent Meridian High School, we will present this course that teaches you how to write graphical user interface applications using the Java programming language. You should already know the basics of Java before beginning this course. Whether you took the Intro to Java course or learned programming on your own, we expect that you know how to write a program that uses variables, conditional statements, loops, and object properties and methods. So what will I learn in this class? You might be asking yourself. Well, one of the things you're going to learn is how to set up your computer with Java and Eclipse. Now this is pretty easy to do on a Kent School District computer because the Java compiler has already been added to your computer, and Eclipse can simply be downloaded from your teacher's outbox. All right, if you don't have a Kent School District computer, then you'll have to go get the Java JDK from Oracle and install it on your computer first, and then you'll have to go to eclipse.org and download the latest version of Eclipse. All right, one of the first things we'll teach you how to do is to create a JFrame application. And a JFrame application is simply a window. And you can see here's a simple window. As you can see, it has a title bar, it has a minimize, it has a maximize, it has a close box, and then it's a rectangular shape where you can put different things on the page. Then we'll teach you how to add what are called Java Swing Control objects. So here's a sample where I have a label, I have a text field where you could type text, and I have a button. And then when you click on the button, you can add what's called an event listener, because your computer is really just waiting to see if you're going to do anything. So when I click on this button, it adds an image, so we can add images to our screen. And then if I click on the button again, it checks to see whether or not the image is showing, and if the image is showing, it makes the image go away. So that's just a really simple example of some of the things that we'll be doing in our class. But basically, once again, we'll be creating a graphical user interface, a regular window or JFrame like you're used to. We'll add labels for text. We'll get user input through text fields, and we'll get user input through buttons. The other elements we might add later on at the end of the class when we're doing a project is we'll teach you how to do multimedia events like sounds. So if you have a game and you want to make some kind of a sound when something happens, we'll show you how to play sounds. And then you may want to save your data and save it in a file on the hard drive, so the next time you open up the program, it might have a list of, say, high scores. And then you can update the list of high scores, so as you play the game over and over, all right, the person with the highest score will have their name recorded. So that's pretty much what we'll do in this class. Now, to be successful in this class, there's some basic things that you have to do. Number one is you have to practice, practice, practice. All right, you can't learn programming just by reading in a book or watching a video lesson. You have to do it, you have to make mistakes, you have to learn to correct your mistakes, and then learn from your mistakes. And the more you do that, the better you will get in writing your code. Nobody is an expert at programming. It's a truism that it never works the first time. So be patient, right? It might take you hours to write some of the simple programs that we do, but the more you can be perseverant and patient and go through it, the better you will be at the end. Use many resources. Don't just rely on the videos that we'll present in this class. Don't rely just on the online textbook, but use the internet. You can find just about everything out there if you simply search for Java and then the item that you're looking for. You might have to sift through a lot of information to do it, but there's many resources out there available to you. So use as many as you can to try to come up with the best solution. And finally, if you're taking this in a class at one of the schools and not just online, if you can work together with other students, it will make both you and the other students better programmers. One of the hardest things for programmers to learn is they have to be good communicators. And so if you can learn to help each other, to ask questions, to challenge each other, that's the best way to become a good programmer. So we're glad you're taking the class. We hope to get you through it. The class is 1 semester long, which sounds like a long time, but we really have to get going. The lessons are fairly long, all right, and we have just 18 weeks to get completed. So have fun and follow along with the lessons in your Canvas.